Is it your dream to become a full-time futures trader? Or maybe you trade some other market, but maybe you're interested in really trading the equities, the NASDAQ, the Dow, the ES futures, whether it's the micros or the full-on E-minis. You have a dream to do that, and you want to do it to be able to maybe kind of move away from a shift from working your full-time job. Maybe you put in time in doing so and you're kind of getting burnt out. You want to start something new. Maybe you want to do it from a part-time standpoint and pick up extra income. Maybe you want to really do it because you heard that you can make good money trading. All right. But you know, this is a risky business. And the fact is, the matter is that you can lose money in doing so. But there is a strategic way of going about and making sure you do it the correct way. And that's what I talk about here on the channel, is a simple strategy of how to trade the future markets if you don't have a strategy. And even if you do have one, what I present is a way to be able to trade and with proper risk management to be able to make an income. All right. Whether it's you're looking to make $100 a day, $500 a day, whatever it is that you're willing or have a goal to make. But you know, I have a variety of different video content surrounding the strategy, breaking it down and in great detail. So spend some time watching the videos here on this channel. I just want to kind of say that first and foremost. But if it is your dream to really want to become a full-time or even a part-time futures trader, it's a beautiful thing. There's a lot of hard work that you need to put into it for sure. You know, learning the proper way. I always talk about, and I stress this all the time, market structure, price action, understanding the flow of the market, understanding that any given point there could be a reversal and the market can shift. You have to know what the market is doing at all times and not just trade, you know, when you see the market just breaking through zones to the, or breaking through a structure to the upside and continue pushing higher and, you know, taking trades at the tops of something or at the bottoms of something. At some point, the market is going to change direction, especially if it's too high or too low. You have to be able to see, do we have gaps below? Do we have gaps ahead? Because the market loves to mirror itself and fill in those areas, and it will do so at some point. It may not do it immediately. So those are kind of just some tips to look out for. If the market is trending in one direction, you have to also be mindful, just because it's continuously pushing higher and you want to take that ride to the upside, you got to think, is there anything below me that the market may want to seek out for? Just want to kind of throw that out there, because a lot of people tend to, not say chase the market, but they always tend to get into positions and kind of hold them for a long period of time, thinking the market is just going to continue in a certain direction for X amount of time. At some point, it will turn around and it will shift from a bullish to a bearish, or a bearish to bullish market. You understand that. But don't ever give up on your dream on trading. If you are in the thought process because maybe you blew through some money you have, or blown an account several times, not passing your prop firm evaluations, you're tired of wasting money, you have to look to see, is it something that I'm doing incorrectly, and figure out what that is. For a lot of people, it could simply be the fact is they don't know about market structure and how to follow the market, the flow of the market, being able to really read, in a sense, order flow on the charts. You don't need all the fancy indicators to really identify what the market is really doing. As long as you understand market structure, then you'll be able to trade supply and demand, looking for high probability zones. And that's what supply and demand is all about. Aggressive areas where the market is breaking structure. Because I always talk about three things I look for, and that's a break of structure. For one, is there a gap? Meaning, is there an area of where the market is left a zone where it's broke an area structure, and there's a aggressive area of buying that came out of that swing, and left behind is an unmitigated zone. Unmitigated versus mitigated just simply means that an area where the market hasn't come back to and tapped into it yet after having a forceful move to the upside or downside. And then three, I look for the rejection, giving me confirmation to get into a trade on a lower base chart. I give the full rundown and discussion of that across the channel in multiple videos. So if you spend the time, and don't just jump to asking questions, you have to spend time on watching videos, because if you do that, then your answers to your questions will be found within. I can almost 99% assure that. All right. And for those that are elite members, okay, you are, you know, any questions you may have more than likely are found within those videos for sure, because you're receiving the full on trade breakdowns where I go into detail and cover certain topics or information that you may be seeking out for. So if you're not an elite member, it may be something that you may be interested in. The link to that is down in the description portion of the video, and it's a very, very nominal fee. basically less than the price of a cup of coffee in a sense. And we're talking about on a monthly basis, $6.99 a month. Okay, not a day, not a week, but a month. So for all those that want the extra content to receive the trade breakdowns, get the video playlist, then maybe something you may want to think about is becoming an elite member. If you want to join the Discord, that's free. The link is down in the description portion of the video as well. They're right on top of each other. Okay, but you have to believe in yourself first and foremost. The dream that you may have, and that's in anything in life. What is it that you really want to do? But you're going to have to find an avenue in a way. You got to seek out what it is that you may need to learn so that you can travel down that path. All right, it's not going to just click overnight. You got to take notes. You got to put in the time to research, and you got to draw up a plan of how you're going to attack it and move forward with it. Same thing in trading. Lots of us, you spend time on the charts, reviewing and studying the market, and just being able to really understand the structure of the market. I talk about all the time. You don't need all the fancy indicators. You don't need, and that's what clouded my mind when I first started. Was I felt like I had to have a boatload of indicators on my chart that would help me in my trading. They all lag. Okay, so what doesn't lag is what's going on the actual chart, the price movement, price action. Being able to study that, understand what's going on the chart, and following through with opportunities and seeing opportunities that lie on the chart and waiting patiently. That's a key term. Patience is a virtue. You ever heard that? It is extremely important in anything you do in life. So just sit back and wait for it to happen and unfold, and then more than likely it's going to work out in your favor. But the same thing when we're trading, we've got to sit back and wait for these opportunities to unfold, and you don't need all those fancy indicators. So stop trying to buy everything that you see under the sun and someone's trying to sell to you and say, hey, buy this, and then put it together with your strategy and you're going to be 95% there, or 90% of all your trades will be wins. That's not true. Trading's all about being able to read. Just like you can pick up a book and read, same thing. Reading these charts and understanding the flow of the market is the most important thing. Okay, I'll leave it like that. But don't give up on yourself is what I'm trying to say. You have to, again, believe in who you are as a person. Can you do this? All right. Because I've always had the belief of, if someone else can do something, then why can't you do the same? But you have to have the passion. That has to follow. You have to have the passion to do whatever it is in your life. And people get into trading for all their own reasons, and just thinking that, hey, I've got the money. I'm going to I'm going to go with the bat and swing at it. And, they blow through a bunch of money because they don't know how to do it the correct way. In life, we've got to learn something before we can act upon it, and that's the same thing here in trading. You got to learn how to do it the correct way, spend time on the charts, back testing, forward testing, and even get some skin in the game and putting a little bit of money into a broker account and trade one contract. Start with the micros, just kind of get your feet wet to see if you can do it or not. It takes time. Now, I know a lot of people go through the process of being frustrated because maybe they put in 6 months, a year, 2 years. It took me nearly 2 years to get to where I wanted to be at, and still learning. That's the thing about trading. We never stop because the market is evolving. It's always changing. So we've got to kind of change how we trade or adapt, in a sense, to the market movement. But again, you've got to put skin in the game, and you got to test the waters, and not just in a week's time. If you're out here thinking that, hey, I put in 3 or 4 weeks, it's just not working out for me, I'm going to give up, then you fell on yourself. Because trust me, probably 90% of more traders, I would say, you ask any trader, they're going to tell you that there is a period of time that they went through, a process of time that they went through to where it didn't work out. And lots of us feel like as if it's just time to throw in a towel. Don't ever throw in a towel. Just keep pushing forward, and eventually it will click. You've probably heard a million different traders say that, and it will. When it clicks, and it will stick with you, and you'll be able to carry through and do successfully well in this business. Now, are you going to have losing trades? Yeah. But I talk about here on my channel, and any professional trader will tell you that there's a way of, knowing when to get out of a trade and different techniques or strategies to use. And you have to use proper risk management and knowing. I talk about 2 or 3 different ways of attacking and limiting your risk, meaning even the drawdown, like getting out of a trade before it even hits your stop loss. Just kind of, the market is at a good setup or high probability setup, and you get into a trade, it moves in your direction and it quickly comes back against you. Well, they weren't ready, and they're more likely were something below, meaning areas to fill, and another, say, a demand zone resting below that they wanted to test, and that's just going to happen. You just have to know when to get out that trade quick enough, and then the vice versa. If the market is tapping into a supply zone and there's something above it. You have to understand and see and read the market visually with your eyes. Okay, you can't get into this thing blindly and think that you're going to perfect it and become successful overnight. It does not work like that. Okay, so I just wanted to share some advice with anyone out there today that's actually watching this video, which I'm sure lots of you are, to give you some motivation and let you know, don't ever give up on life. Continue striving, continue pushing forward. If it is your dream to become a experienced level trader, or someone that's just wanting to start off as a beginner trader and make some money, eventually that beginner phase will work you into the intermediate to the more of experience in professional trading as well, the longer you do it. As in anything in life, the more you put time in doing so, the more seasoned you become at it and get better at doing it. So this video is just kind of a motivation tool. I'm dropping this over on the weekend because I know people maybe had a bad week last week, or maybe had a bad last couple months. Don't give up. Continue doing it. If you are continuing to blowing money or seeing your account deplete, then stop while you're ahead. Go back into training, education mode, and then maybe spend some time watching the videos here on the channel. Maybe join the elite membership program for $6.99 to watch the trade breakdowns to get a further understanding of something that you may be missing. Spend some time on the charts as well. Charting and reviewing and studying, that should be a daily thing. The trades you take, go back and study them to see maybe where you failed at. Maybe you didn't see something correctly. Maybe you didn't look to the left hand side of your chart and see what was above or below when taking a trade. Just make sure that you are looking at the charts correctly is what I want to leave it with. But do not give up on your dream if it's something that you want to do, become a full-time or part-time futures trader. Okay, so outside of that, I appreciate everyone tuning in and continuously watching the videos on a daily basis. If you're not a sub right now or a subscriber, please take the time to go ahead and click on the sub button. Make sure to turn on all your post notifications so you do not miss one of the uploads. If you're interested in becoming a Discord member or one of the elite members, and I thank everyone that supports my efforts as a content creator and continuously pushing out this valuable content here on the channel, look down below. You'll see the link to become an elite member right below the Discord link. Click on it. Two tiers will pop up. You'll see one of them will show for $6.99 a month. Make sure to click that one and you'll get access to all the trade breakdowns and the video playlist, those perks and rewards for supporting me as a content creator. But other than that, I appreciate everyone tuning in. If you found value in today's video, it provided you a means of motivation, please make sure to click on the like button. Click that like button, okay? And I'll see everyone in the next one. Take care.